am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did.
You had put cigarettes out on this poor little child. There was evidence of that from the pictures.
She raped my son. I intentionally killed her.
As a mother, one of your primary responsibilities was to protect your kids. And in that respect, you failed in the worst possible way.
The judge said to the mother who killed her 2 kids after brutal torture and more viciously stored their dead bodies in the freezer for 2 years, keep watching the video to see the cruel baby killers who didn't have any remorse for their evil actions. Subscribe to see new videos of this exciting courtroom show. Father is the safest place for the children. How could a father do such a horrible thing to his 2 daughters?
I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she event? Could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now.
Chris Watts was facing multiple murder charges in Colorado. On August 30th, 2018, 34-year-old Shanann Watts returned home from a business trip. Shanann's friend, Nicole Atkinson, reported to the police that Shanann was missing. Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant.
I'm calling because I'm concerned about a friend of mine. I dropped her off at her house at 2 in the morning last night because we were out of town together and we were on the way back from the airport, and she was having issues and she's pregnant, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her this morning, and I've gone to her house and her car's there and stuff like that, but she won't answer the door, she won't answer phone calls, she won't answer text messages, and I'm just really, really concerned. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning and she didn't go to it, and I don't know what to do. I've called him and talked to him, and he said that she went on a play date with her other 2 daughters, but like, if she went on a play date, they're both in car seats, why would she not take her car?
Immediately after that, the police arrived at Nicole's house. Police asked her to describe the situation. Nicole said Shanann and she were out of town that weekend for a business trip. Then she dropped Shanann off at her house that morning at 2 o'clock. Nicole said that Shanann told her she was not feeling well. Nicole told her that if she needed anything, let her know.
Hi.
Here, Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So, my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
All right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls. And she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are right in the front door.
She only has 1 vehicle.
Police started searching. They found Shanann's car in the garage.
She went on a play date. Why wouldn't she take a car? They're both in car seats.
You seen your neighbors today? No? Okay.
They asked a neighbor if he saw Shanann that day. He said no. Then the police called Shanann's husband, Chris Watts. After that, Watts reached home hurriedly. They all together searched the house for Shanann, her 4-year-old daughter, Bella, and 3-year-old daughter, Celeste. No one was there. One of the neighbors came to help with the search, and he opined that Watts' behavior was suspicious.
No.
He doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks.
Officers took Watts to the station for questioning. Police asked him if there were any marital issues with his wife. Chris replied that they were going to be separated soon, the procedures were underway, and they were waiting to sell their house. Watts insisted he was innocent. Even he agreed to undergo a polygraph test, but he failed the taste.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Later, he confessed to everything that he did. Watts hid their bodies in the oil field where he worked. Shanann was buried in a shallow grave, and the 2 kids were dumped into oil tanks. Shanann's father delivered a statement in the court where he said,
"I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. And they also trusted you, the heartless monster, and then you take them out like trash. You disgust me."
He was crying all the time. Before sentencing, Judge Marcelo Kopkow said,
"The evidence in this case are a senseless crime and the viciousness of the crime. And equally aggravating in this court's determination is the despicable act of disposing of the bodies in the manner in which they were done in this case. I've been a judicial officer now for starting my 17th year, and I could objectively say that this is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen."
Chris Watts was sentenced to 5 life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. Chris Watts was evil, but what about these heartless parents who kept their 10-month-old daughter starved to death? In 2018, the couple called 911 after their 10-month-old daughter became unresponsive in Michigan. She said it was cold and she was not breathing. When police arrived, they found baby Mary dead, and she was lying on a urine-soaked mattress. Police observed their behavior as suspicious. They brought them to the station for questioning. Welch and Fusari talked about the baby's situation and how she died. They were very casual. Then the police checked the baby's health. She was suffering from malnutrition and dehydration, but the parent didn't take her to the doctors. Both parents were arrested, and they were charged with murder and first-degree child abuse. When the judge announced their charges, Welch showed a jaw-dropping shock reaction, and Fusari was broken into tears. They were sentenced to life in prison without hope of parole. 29-year-old Ronnie O'Neill III brutally shot his ex-girlfriend, 33-year-old Kenyatta Barron, in Florida. Reported that he hacked their 9-year-old daughter, Ron Nevaeh O'Neill, by striking her to death multiple times with a hatchet. O'Neill also stabbed their 8-year-old son, and then he set out a fire with gasoline all over the house. O'Neill tried to flee from the burning house, but he was arrested. His son managed to escape, but he was burned and suffered from a stab wound. During the trial, and he testified to what happened to them that night.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and my mom screaming at him.
And your father had a shotgun. What happened next? What did he do?
My mom ran in my sister's room. My mom ran in my sister's room into the closet. And then my dad said, "Come in here and come kill the B-word."
Did you hear any shots from the shotgun before that?
Yes.
But his father, Ronnie O'Neill, declined everything. He complained that all the evidence is fabricated.
How you doing, Ronnie?
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did you see me shoot your mom?
No.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
You stabbed me.
No, later, he confessed to his ill activities.
I want you to know the actual facts. I did kill Kenyatta Barron. But I want you to tell it like it is if you gonna tell it. Cause Lil Brown told you I hit it 3.
He was charged with first-degree murder. Before sentencing, he said he didn't have any remorse for whatever he did.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did.
Judge Michelle Sisko expressed deep regret and said,
19 years I've been at this job. I've seen human beings killed at the hands of others in every way imaginable. You name it, I've seen it. Shootings, stabbings, drownings, suffocatings, blown apart by cars in DUI manslaughter cases. Horrible things. This is the worst case I have ever seen as far as the facts go.
Ronnie O'Neill was sentenced to 3 life terms without parole plus 90 years of jail for the brutal murder of his daughter and girlfriend. His son was adopted by the officer who cared for him on the night of the vicious incident that happened. How could a mother blame the death of one of her sons on another son where her boyfriend was responsible? In Michigan, on June 13, 2017, 25-year-old Ortiz was babysitting his girlfriend's 7 children. Suddenly, one of them stopped breathing. Police arrived, and they found cigarette marks and other injuries all over the body of 4-year-old Giovanni Majos. Ortiz was arrested and sent for trial. Giovanni's mother, Sonia Hernandez, testified in favor of her boyfriend.
Like, I asked them what's going on, and they said Gigi was choking, he stopped breathing.
And then what did you do?
I hear Nelson crying, so I ran inside.
However, an investigator testified that the evidence showed an adult brutally beat Giovanni.
In my opinion, this injury is inflicted with blunt force from an adult individual.
Ortiz showed himself as an innocent during the entire trial period. He even wanted to sit for a lie detector test.
I'm going to continue to say I will take a lie detector test to prove that I never abused any of Sonia's kids or never abused Giovanni and never intentionally meant to hurt Giovanni but to help him.
Judge Mark Trusick said, "You can claim your innocence, but I sat over this trial and I carefully listened to all the testimony, and the jury verdict was correct in this matter."
You can claim your innocence, but I sat over this trial and I carefully listened to all the testimony, and the jury verdict was clearly correct in this matter. There is no question whatsoever that you committed this murder and that you beat this little boy to death.
Suddenly, Ortiz showed crazy behavior towards the judge. He stepped ahead to the judge, but the officers held him tightly.
You had put cigarettes out on this poor little child. There was evidence of that from the pictures. The bruises, some of the bruises were in the shape of a belt buckle.
Man, I ain't gonna let you, I ain't gonna let you sit here and say no crazy shit about me, man. No, man, because he's saying shit he don't even know, man.
Sir, the testimony showed that you put this child and other child in a shower with ice cold water. Anybody says anything back there about This is a 4-year-old child that was victimized. There is no question in my mind, sir, that you did this. You are the lowest form of human life that I've been able to observe or see. You are a monster, and quite frankly, you are evil.
Ortiz was sentenced to life in prison without parole. It was also discovered that Sonia had prior knowledge about Giovanni's abuse.
I lied under oath for a man who I thought loved and cared for me. I turned a blind eye. There's nothing I can say or do to go back. My second is failure to protect my children and blaming a sibling on a sibling.
She was later sentenced to 57 months to 10 years in prison for child abuse and lying on trial. A cruel mother killed her 6-year-old son over an argument with her ex-husband. What happened next? Julissa Thaler was accused of murdering her son in Minnesota. Thaler had a hot confrontation with her ex-husband over the custody issue of their 6-year-old son, Eli Hart. Reportedly, Thaler had mental illness and drug abuse issues. Police found blood in her car. She claimed that it was from deer meat. When police searched the trunk of her car, they were shocked. There was little Eli's body in a bag.
I have a broken windshield and I'm missing a tire because some kids were shooting at my car. I had some.
What looks like blood in there?
It's not blood, it's deer meat. I had a big bag and there's a farm around here that does deer meat and hamburgers.
Shotgun shells all over the side. Yeah. Holy we got a body. All right, let's cover it.
Before sentencing, she wanted to say something. She shamelessly claimed her as innocent. She also said, "You are garbage."
If you'd like to choose to speak, now is the time to do it.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. Fuck you all. You're garbage.
Miss Valerie.
She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. What can you say about this mother who killed her 2 children and stored them in a freezer for 2 years? In 2014, mother of 4 children, Mitchell Blair was charged with murder and child abuse in Michigan. 35-year-old Mitchell was alleged to have tortured and killed her 2 children. Then she continued to live with their dead bodies along with her other 2 kids. 2 years later, eviction crews arrived to throw her out of the house. They discovered the bodies of 13-year-old Stoney Blair and 9-year-old Stephen Barry stored in the freezer. During the trial, she didn't have any remorse. She was always in an aggressive mood. She had to attend a child custody hearing for her 2 remaining children, where she continuously blamed the 2 fathers of her kids.
But that does not negate the fact that they were never there for their children. I had to struggle with them all the time. They were never there. Stephen, you know we had to beg you. Me, Stephen, all of us used to cry for you.
You're not going to be able to stay by there.
Come here.
Your room.
Then the police removed her from the courtroom. When she was taken out of the room, she was screaming and disclosed the vicious truth.
Everybody want to know? Yes, I did. Get on.
Then she confessed her guilt and pleaded for life imprisonment.
To my understanding, to get a trial is to get to the truth, right? I'm already saying that I did it. I'm freely giving myself and accepting life in prison. I'm happily saying life in prison. If you had a death penalty, I would take that. I don't care.
She said she believed her teenage daughter and 9-year-old son were sexually abusing her youngest child, Matthew. The judge asked her what she did to Stoney Blair that made her guilty of premeditated murder.
What did you do to Stoney Blair that makes you guilty of premeditated murder?
She raped my son. I intentionally killed her.
How did you do that?
I repeatedly punched her. On many occasions, my son, I told him to tell me every single thing she did to him. So as she was telling me, he was telling me more and more things that she did. I assaulted her every time he told me what she did to him. By assault, I mean I punched her. I have put a bag over her head till she lost consciousness. I threw hot water on her, scalding hot water from the faucet.
Did you hit her in the head with a wooden
Yes,
stick?
I hit her on her head multiple times, over and over.
Was that shortly before she died?
That was actually days before she died and the day she died.
Okay.
Then the judge asked about Stephen.
What you did to Stephen was punishment for what you did to Maddie, is that right?
For what he did to Maddie.
Sorry,
Yes.
for what Stephen did to
Yes.
Maddie. That was punishment. All
And
right.
if I had killed Stephen intentionally, I definitely would be proud to say I did. But I didn't. But I know all the things that I did to him, how I hurt him, I know it did cause his death.
Before announcing the sentence to her, Judge Dana Hathaway said some words to her.
As a mother, one of your primary responsibilities was to protect your kids. And in that respect, you failed in the worst possible way. There's nothing that can be done at this point to change what happened.
True, that's why I'm asking for life.
I know. You're therefore sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for the rest of your life without the possibility of parole.
Mitchell Blair was sentenced to life in prison without any possibility of parole. Parents are the most loving place in the world for their children. But when those parents take on the role of cruel killers, what else can be said? You can share your feelings by commenting. Your comments matter to us. Don't forget to let us know how you liked the video. Subscribe to watch the next video.